we'll start our session. So quantity surveying and contracts management. So in syllabus I already ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Okay. Now we will start our syllabus from module 1. Okay. So before starting our syllabus, so I'll introduce you some of the technical terms which are coming in this chapter for you. Okay. So first one is, before starting anything, we shall know what is estimation, right? So an estimation is an art of calculating or computing the various items of work or project to find out its approximate cost, the quantity required for various material, labor, equipments, etc. is called as what? Estimation. Fine. So estimation andrenu, it is a, probably it is what? It is guessing. Okay, I am writing from the mouse. Okay, so handwriting will not be good. So it is an art of calculating or computing. Okay, it is guessing the amount required for any project or a work. So, and it is an art of calculating or computing the various items of work. If you take construction field, then it will be your excavation, your brickwork, like that. Whatever may be the project. If you take any decoration, then what is the material you require? Any project or any work which you need to calculate or compute. What are the elements you are going to take in their project? Okay, so finding out its approximate cost. If you take a project, you should guess how much cost it will be for that particular work. Okay, you must find approximate cost, the quantity required for various materials. Okay, if you are doing some various materials, or if any number of items of works are there, means you require materials required for that work, and for that materials, to fix that you need labors. Okay, with that labors you need also equipments. So the whole process is called as what? Estimation. It is an art of calculating or computing the various items of work or project to find out its approximate cost, the quantity required for various element, labor, equipment, etc. is called as what? Estimation. Okay. So there are other definitions also which I taken from the other textbook. What is that? So estimation or estimating is the process of calculating the quantities of various items of work involved in the project. So any definition you take, you will get the same meaning. Okay. So an estimation is a technique of calculating or computing. See, the word calculating is used numerously. Okay. So calculating or computing the various quantities and the expected expenditure to be incurred on a particular work or project. Fine. Next, so estimate is a document which furnishes the quantity of different work involved, their rates, and the expenditure anticipate in a project. ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಮೊದಲೇ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಮೊದಲೇ ಗೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಎಸ್ಟಿಮೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Right, in our day-to-day life we are doing so much of estimation. So in this time, if you want to buy anything from the shop, you will estimate first only that this much amount I have to take, so that the required groceries I can buy to our home. So like that, the estimation, we know that, but here we will study with regard to the civil industry, right? The next one is, what is the purpose of estimating? Okay, why we need to do estimation? So to find out the cost of construction work. So to find out the cost of construction, what is the cost required for the particular construction work? It may be a house building, it may be a flat, it may be apartment, anything. Okay, we need to find the cost of construction. Why? If we know the cost of construction, then we can confidently tell, yes, this work I can complete. Okay, this much work I have to complete, and this much profit I can expect from that project. Like that, you can think once you know the cost of construction work, right? So if different works are there, then you have to calculate materials, labors, equipments for that project. Okay, so what are the projects, what are the materials you need to require? Either it may be brick, cement, concrete, foil. It is with regard to the civil industry, right? Okay, so for that material, you need labor to fix them. Okay, and for some work, for excavation like that thing, you need the tools and plants also, right? So you need to calculate them also, so that you need to pay them, right, to the labors, and you have to give rent for the equipment, so you have to take an account of that too. Okay, next is to invite tenders for the work and arrange the contract. So suppose if you are government employee, okay, so you will get selected and you are in the office, right? So you are not going to do work on going site, right? You will give to the third party. Okay, you will give the work to the third party, right? So for giving them, you need to have the approximate estimate, so that you can call for a tenders, right? So to invite the tenders and work and arrange the contract, you need to do the estimating, and after the work is finished, you need to evaluate whether the promised work is done or not. Then you have to do valuation. So to check out whether work done by contractor during execution, you need the estimation document. Okay, next is to calculate the payment to the contractor. Okay, you need to calculate the payment of the contractors, either you are giving weekly, monthly, or once the work is over. It depends upon you and your contractor, right? Actual measurement compared with the existing estimate. And to calculate the sale value of the building, if you are in the real estate, what they will do, they will buy a plot, they will build the building, and they will sell for the required resident who wants to live in that. Okay, so you need to have the estimation for the building, the whole process, and you have to add your profit also, right? So for that, estimation is required. Then to fix the standard rent, so if you want to give a rent, then you have to fix the standard rent, so that you can have the profit with the available. If you have made loan, then you have to pay EMI. How you will pay? By giving your plot to rent, like that. To fix the standard rent, you need estimation. For demolishing a building, okay, if a old building is there, you will calculate, you will estimate the demolish how much cost it is for demolition, and after that, on that plot, any what you are building and the profit is what. So comparing both, if your profit is more after the project, or with that future project your profit is more, means it is good to demolish your building. Okay, so next, what is the purpose of estimating? So here, to find the cost of construction work, to manage materials, labors and equipments, to invite tenders, to check out the work during execution, to calculate payments to the contractor, to calculate sale value of the building, to fix standard rent, to demolishing a building, estimation is required. Till few more points you can add once you go through the subject. Fine. The next is we will see some of the technical terms which are coming in your subject. So what are the technical terms? We will see one by one. So a project. What is this project? A project is a detailed requirement of proposal or scheme consisting of detailed technical report. Okay. Since any work you can't tell it is a sir, see sir, my project is ready. No. It must have what? Detailed technical report for what you are doing. Okay. Why you want to do? What is the history? Okay. So with that history, your designing and data calculation is required. On the basis of this design and data, what are the detailed drawing you need to provide? What is the owner specification? So what type of specification, what type of material, what is the quality of the material he have advised to you? Okay, what is the schedule of rates? Schedule of rates is the rate, unit rate for a particular material, or it's a particular unit rate of material, and also the labor, or also unit of work given by the government. Okay, we will discuss about this later. So project estimate, so this fully a detailed bunch of the report, which consists of detailed technical report, history, design data and calculation, detailed drawing, detailed specification, schedule of rate, project estimate is called as what? Project. The project gives full details of all the works involved for both structural and financial requirement. Okay, for structural it should be safe. Okay, this is the first criteria, and for financial it should be affordable, or it should be in economy. Okay, it should be structurally safe, and financially it should be affordable. Like that, your whole project must be there. Next is quantity survey. So what is this quantity survey? A quantity survey is a survey for estimating the quantities of different items of work for a project. So if you are doing the quantity survey for a building, right? For a building, you need to do what? You need to do quantity surveying for every items of work. So items of work andrenu. So for this building, okay, for example, so you need to build a foundation, right? So for that foundation, what we have to do? We have to do excavation. Okay, so excavation is your first unit of work. After that excavation, you have to build the foundation unit, second unit of work. Next, brickwork for wall, third unit of work. Next, roofing, fourth unit of work. Next, the doors and windows deduction, fifth unit of work. So like that, units of work means ಏನೇನ್ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಆಗಬೇಕು ಆ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಟ್ಟಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. So that particular work, how much it, how much quantity it is, and how much rate it is going to occur, we have to do, we are doing in this quantity survey. Okay, so quantity survey is a survey for estimating the quantities of different items of work for a project, right? So next one is, these quantities are worked from the plan and drawing of the structure. So once our plan and drawing of the structures are ready, we can do this quantity survey, right? Next is plinth area. Okay, so what is this plinth area? Plinth area is the built up covered area of the building measured at floor level of any story. So if you have a 60-40 side or 30-40, anyhow, okay, if you have a 60-40 side, so what is the plinth area means? Not this full, only the built up value, only the built up area where your building is standing. Okay, the built up area is called as what? The plinth area. This free space is not considered in the plinth area. Your plot may be 60-40, but what is the plinth area? What is the built up area which is required? It is called as what? Plinth area. So it is calculated by taking the external dimensions of a building at the floor level, excluding plinth offsets. This is only the plinth offsets. Okay. Next, courtyard, any free space, open areas, balconies, cantilever projections. These are not considered in the plinth area. Fine. These are not considered. Next is the supported portion other than cantilever. Works ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕಟ್ತೀವಿ ಮುಂದೆ. So other than cantilever are included in the plinth area if it is attached to the main building. So next is, we will see an example. So see here, calculate the plinth area of the given drawing. Okay, a room is given. What is centimeter? 450 into 300 centimeter is the area of that room. So once you got the room, you should ask for the thickness of the wall. What is the thickness of the wall? So it is also specified, that is 20 centimeter. So if they ask for calculate the plinth area, what you should do? You should take from end to end distance. So this end to this end, and this end to this end. Okay, end to end distance you need to take this distance, end to end, this end to this end. So inner distance is what? 450. So 450 plus 20 plus 20, we are getting 490. Similarly, 300 plus 20 plus 20, 340. So once we get that, we can easily multiply that. 450 490 490 into 340, we are getting the value for the plinth area. Okay, see here. So 490 into 340. So plinth area is 4.90 into 3.40. It is 16.66 square meters. So it is converted to meters. Then it is 16.66 square meters. So like this, we are considering the plinth area. Okay. The next term is the plinth area. The following shall not be included. So not be included in the plinth area. Which area should not be included? I already told you. Some points are here also. Area of the loft. Okay. Internal sanitary shafts more than 2 square meters. Okay. So unenclosed balconies, towers, turrets, domes projecting above the terrace level, not forming a story at the terrace level, that should not be included. Architectural bands, cornices should not be included. Sunshades, vertical sunbreakers, box doors projecting out should not be included. So what are these? We don't know some technical terms, right? Okay, so you just Google them. Okay, so vertical sunbreakers are nothing but the vertical chajja, you can call it as, okay, so that the sunlight will not enter into a room. Okay, with the image you can find in the Google. Okay, once you go to Google, just type these words: sunshades, towers, turrets, what is the sanitary shafts, you will get to know with image, so that their understanding will be better. Okay, now you are also final year, you must know that. So next is external services. So what is this external services? So in a project, besides the building structure, okay, some outside works are also required, which come under the external services. Okay, what is that? Digging, filling, leveling, and dressing of road. Okay, road including approach road, external sewerage, sewage, disposal of works, external electrical services, external electrical service line with post, plantation of trees, stormwater drains, fencing and compound wall gate, etc. Okay, so these are the external services. If you are making a layout, then these external services will attract the customers to buy plot in your layout. Okay, so this cost in the rate analysis chapter we'll see here the cost of external services work may vary from 10% to 20% depending upon the nature and size of the project. Okay, in rate analysis chapter which we are doing in the module 3, we will get to know that the cost of external services we are taking that 10 to 20 percentage, okay, of the total cost. Okay, it may be what, swimming pool. If you're building apartment, then you are giving a common swimming pool to all, so that you are attracting customers to buy a flat in your apartment. That's it. Okay, so these are for what, external services. The next is contingencies. So the term contingencies indicate incidental expenses of miscellaneous characters which cannot be classified under any distinct items. Subhead, yet certain to work as a whole. Okay. In an estimate, 3 to 5% is taken. So in a contingency, by separate items of work in contingencies, we are taking 3 to 5% in the rate analysis. Um, the rate analysis part, we are taking 3 to 5% as contingencies only. So once the work is moving on, some see here now lockdown is happened, so the work is all stopped. So these are the times of which are unpredictable, like that. So for that we are taking 3 to 5% as contingencies. Okay, so some workers may not come, they will make strike. So in that, so who is going to charge for them? So the contractor only, right? So we are estimating the contingencies as a separate unit of work in our project, right? These are some uncertainties which are coming while going on of the project, right? So next is work charge establishment. So during the construction of a building or a project, a certain number of work supervisors are required to be employed. So their salaries and infrastructure fund are paid from the amount of work charge establishment. Okay, if you go to a Shobha builders like that, big builders, to build your apartment, they have to pay the salary to the employees, right, to their supervisors. Then, so what is that? So they are giving the estimate in your estimated document that a percentage of 1.5 to 2% of the total estimated cost is already taken from you if your estimate is approved from them. Okay, so that they can pay the salary for their supervisors which are involved in your work. The next one is the tools and plants cost. Okay, for big work or project, a certain percentage of the estimated cost is provided in the estimate for purchases or rent of tools and plants, which will be required for the execution of the work. So some tools and plants are required for the execution of the work for a big project like bridges. Okay, so mainly big projects, the tools and plants are required. Normally, the contractor has to arrange and use his own tools and plants. Okay, so a percentage of 1 to 1.5% of the estimated cost is included in the estimation before only. Okay, so for tools and plants only, they will take for 1 to 1.5% as the rent, or if the contractor has, he will also take 1 to 1.5% in the estimate, so that can tell us for that the cost is for fuel, like that, rent or like that something. Okay, so this is about tools and plants. Next is centage charges or departmental charges. So when the engineering department takes up the work, okay, when the engineering department takes up the work of other department, a certain amount of estimated cost is charged to meet the expenses of the establishment, designing, planning, supervision, etc. So this percentage charge is known as what? Percentage charges. So when departmental changes, okay, when electrical department is there, so they need to build a building, they will come to pwd department, so that they want to build something, so please build us this project, then they will take as a departmental charges for designing, planning and supervision, like that. This is between the departments. Okay, the percentage charges provided in the estimate of the work of central government is undertaken of execution. These charges are also known as supervision charges for the work, which is taken as 10 to 15%, which is taken as 10 to 15% of the work. Okay. Okay. So next one is schedule of rates. So what is the schedule of rate? A list of rates of various items of work in the form of printed books known as schedule of rates. Okay. It is used for the preparation of estimate, serve as a guide in setting rates in connection with the contract agreement and project management. So the schedule of rates or SR book we will tell. So it is provided by the government of India. Okay, schedule of rates. So for every district or for every state, it will be different. Okay, some minor changes will be there. Okay, for every state it will be different. So you can also google that SR book of Karnataka or SR book of Ballari, you will get in PDF. So in that every material unit rate is specified. Okay, every work unit rate is specified. Once you see that, google that, download the PDF, see once how the rate is, all every rate, every, if you take a pipe, okay, a unit of pipe or wood which you are going to prepare cement, what is the cement grade, so on that specified, they have specified some of the values, so that there will be some standardity in the values, so that they have provided the schedule of rates book. Okay, see that, you will get to know about, you will get an idea about the schedule of rates. Fine. So this was the session for today. Tomorrow we will discuss the types of estimate and all. Okay. So have a good day. Thank you.